Welcome to KDramaVerse, where we spill the gist fresh and unfiltered, where every glance, every pause, every nervous smile becomes a story. And tonight, you're going to want to stay till the very last word. Before we begin, take a second and ask yourself this. Have you ever watched an interview and felt like something more was happening beneath the surface? Not what was said out loud, but what was felt. Because that is exactly what fans experienced today, after a brand new interview featuring Ahn Eun-jin and Jang Ki-yong dropped, and one particular moment sent shockwaves through the fandom. We're talking about an unexpected romantic gesture, a sudden awkward silence, and an Ahn Eun-jin reaction that no one was prepared for. So get comfortable, your eyes on the screen, and as you listen, tell me in the comments, do you think this was just friendly or something far more personal? Now let's rewind to the atmosphere surrounding this interview. From the very beginning, fans could already sense that something felt different. The studio lighting was soft, the setup was intimate, and unlike their usual polished promotional appearances, there was a rawness in the air, almost as if the cameras had accidentally captured a private moment rather than a public one. Ahn Eun-jin walked in with her usual calm confidence, dressed simply, smiling politely, waving to the staff. Jang Ki-yong followed shortly after, tall as ever, composed, but noticeably more attentive than usual. Did you catch that? Even before they sat down, fans noticed how his eyes kept shifting toward her, as if checking whether she was comfortable. Small detail? Maybe. But K-drama fans know better than to ignore small details. As the interview began, the host asked light questions about their recent projects, about working together again, about how they felt reuniting after such an intense drama experience. Ahn Eun-jin answered smoothly at first, laughing softly, choosing her words carefully. Jang Ki-yong responded with his usual gentle tone, occasionally glancing at her as if seeking her reaction before finishing his sentences. And already, the comment section was buzzing. "Why does he keep looking at her like that?" one fan wrote. "This feels less like co-workers and more like something else." Another commented, "Were fans reading too much into it? Or were they picking up on something real?" Then came the moment. The one that changed the entire energy of the interview. The host brought up a scene from their drama that fans still talk about to this day. A quiet, emotionally charged moment that required deep trust between the two actors. As the clip played on the screen beside them, Ahn Eun-jin watched intently, her hands folded neatly on her lap. Jang Ki-yong leaned back slightly, smiling faintly. When the clip ended, the host asked, almost teasingly, "Was it difficult filming this scene?" Ahn Eun-jin started to answer, explaining how emotionally draining it was, how the silence in that scene spoke louder than words. She paused for a second, searching for the right phrase, and that's when Jang Ki-yong did something no one expected. Without interrupting her verbally, he reached out, slowly, deliberately, and adjusted the microphone wire near her collar that had slightly shifted. It was such a small action, so gentle, so careful. His fingers barely brushed the fabric. But the intent behind it, that's what stopped everyone breathing. The studio went quiet for a split second. Ahn Eun-jin froze. If you blinked, you might have missed it, but fans didn't. Her eyes widened just a little. Her sentence trailed off. There was a half-second delay where she didn't speak, didn't move, didn't even blink. Then she let out a small, nervous laugh and quickly tucked a strand of hair behind her ear. Her cheeks visibly flushed. And Jang Ki-yong? He pulled his hand back immediately, smiling apologetically, but not embarrassed, more like naturally concerned, as if this was something he would do without thinking. Now let me ask you, have you ever seen an actor react like that over something purely professional? The host noticed it too. With a raised eyebrow and a playful smile, they joked, "Wow, that was very considerate." The audience laughed. Ahn Eun-jin laughed too, but her laugh was different now. Softer, shorter, almost shy. She nodded and said, "He's always like that," before quickly looking down at her hands. Always like that. Think about those words for a moment. Always? Not today. Not on set. But always. From that moment on, the dynamic shifted completely. Ahn Eun-jin became noticeably more reserved. She still answered questions, but there were longer pauses, more nervous gestures, touching her hair, adjusting her sleeves, glancing sideways instead of straight ahead. Jang Ki-yong, on the other hand, became even more attentive. When she spoke, he leaned in slightly. When she hesitated, he waited. When she laughed awkwardly, he smiled as if reassuring her without saying a word. It was subtle, intimate, and fans were losing their minds. The comments exploded in real time. Why is this so romantic? That wasn't acting. Ahn Eun-jin looks flustered. She never does. Jang Ki-yong boyfriend behavior confirmed. And suddenly, what was supposed to be a simple promotional interview turned into one of the most talked about moments of the day. As the interview continued, the host asked them about each other, what they admired most as co-stars. Jang Ki-yong answered first. He spoke about Ahn Eun-jin's emotional depth, her sincerity, how she makes every scene feel real. His voice softened as he talked, his words careful but heartfelt. She makes it easy to trust, he said. Trust. Another loaded word. Ahn Eun-jin listened quietly, nodding, but when it was her turn to respond, she struggled. She laughed, then stopped, took a breath. He's very reliable, she said finally. He takes care of people around him. Again, takes care. Not professional, not talented, but takes care. And this is where things got even more interesting. When the host jokingly asked if Jang Ki-yong was this considerate with everyone, Ahn Eun-jin reacted instantly. He is, she said quickly, almost too quickly, before adding, but it still surprises me. She covered her mouth as if realizing she'd revealed too much. The room laughed again, but this time the laughter felt different. Knowing, teasing. Like everyone in that studio sensed what fans were already screaming online. Throughout the rest of the interview, Jang Ki-yong didn't repeat the gesture, but the effect lingered. The space between them felt charged. Every time their eyes met, there was a brief pause, as if they were communicating silently. When the interview wrapped up and they stood to say goodbye, Jang Ki-yong instinctively stepped slightly closer to Ahn Eun-jin, guiding her toward the exit with a hand hovering just behind her back, not touching, but ready. She noticed. She smiled, and for a brief second, she looked completely at ease. Now tell me, do you think this was all coincidence? Fans didn't think so. Within minutes, clips of the moment flooded social media, slowed down, zoomed in, analyzed frame by frame. Brief pause, as if they were communicating silently. When the interview wrapped up and they stood to say goodbye, Jang Ki-yong instinctively stepped slightly closer to Ahn Eun-jin, guiding her toward the exit with a hand hovering just behind her back, not touching, but ready. She noticed. She smiled, and for a brief second, she looked completely at ease. Now tell me, do you think this was all coincidence? Fans didn't think so. Within minutes, clips of the moment flooded social media, slowed down, zoomed in, analyzed frame by frame. Look at her reaction. Look at how careful he was. That's not something you do unless you're emotionally close. And while some tried to downplay it, saying it was just good manners, others argued that Ahn Eun-jin's awkwardness said everything. She's known for her composure, her professionalism, her calm interviews. Yet today, one small romantic gesture completely threw her off balance. And here's the most important question of all. Why? Why did that simple act affect her so deeply? Why did the energy change so suddenly? Why did Jang Ki-yong seem so instinctively protective? These are questions only they know the answers to, but as fans, we can't help but feel that what we witnessed today was something genuine, something unscripted, something real. As the interview clip continues to circulate, fans are divided but emotional. Some say it reminded them of the early stages of a K-drama romance, the awkwardness, the stolen glances, the unspoken feelings. Others say it felt like watching two people who already share a deep bond trying to keep things professional in front of cameras. Either way, one thing is clear. This moment touched people deeply. So now I want to hear from you. When you watched Ahn Eun-jin's reaction, what did you feel? Did it make your heart race? Did it make you smile? Or did it leave you wondering what's really going on behind the scenes? Do you believe Jang Ki-yong's gesture was purely considerate or quietly romantic? And most importantly, do you think this is the beginning of more moments like this? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because KDramaVerse is not just about watching, we're about feeling, discussing, and connecting. If moments like this make your heart flutter, if you love reading between the lines of interviews and catching what others miss, then you already know. You're exactly where you belong. And as always, stay tuned. Because in KDramaVerse, one small gesture can change everything.